Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. And this one we're going to be reacting to Battlestar Galactica Season 3 Episode 15 called A Day in the Life. Recap.
In the last one we see Galactica take on civilians. So you had like some Sagittarians and other people basically. But the Sagittarians, because they don't believe in medicine, they were ill. But it turns out that the doctor who was treating them was actually killing them off. Hilo was put in charge of making sure that there was peace down there while they were staying in, I think it was like a hangar or something. And he figures out that the doctor has been killing everyone, and he goes to Dr. Cottle. He doesn't want to hear anything of it. And he's like, look, the evidence is all in front of you. When we were on New Caprica, a lot of Sagittarians actually died. It turns out that he was actually giving people the wrong medicine to actually kill them, rather than the cure or the vaccine, basically.
Yeah.
And he actually does it to D, and that's when all shit kind of hits the fan. And Dr. Cotter was like, I did a blood test on someone, and actually you've been killing them.
Yeah.
So Hilo once again saves a group of people.
Yeah. Again.
Essentially.
It was interesting to see the reason behind it. Obviously, when they were in New Caprica, that doctor worked closely with everyone else. He's been an old friend of Dr. Cottle's, which is why Dr. Cottle was kind of turning a blind eye to it. Even subconsciously, Sol as well didn't want to believe it. Always believed he was a good guy. Had no reason to doubt him. But on New Caprica, the Sagittarians weren't really lifting a finger or lending a helping hand to the rest of them. So they kind of... The doctor almost held a grudge, if anything, and it was a lot of discrimination. It was basically discrimination against Sagittarians because of it. A woman's son died, and it all kind of... Hilo started investigating off the back of that. It was a really interesting episode. I liked it. It was a kind of a different episode compared to the usual war between Cylons and humans kind of thing.
He humanized the episodes a bit by talking about something other than Apollo and Starbuck and the Cylons and all that.
Humanized?
Just about that's probably the wrong word. Just made it more relatable. They're humans at the end of the day. So.
Well, all of them, as in the people that were in the hangar. Yeah, as in all the factions didn't matter. Yeah, kind of thing. Yeah. I see what you mean. So let's see what happens in this episode, season 3, episode 15, A Day in the Life. Let's check it out. Looks lovely, doesn't it?
This must be on Caprica. Oh, maybe not.
It's a lovely dream.
Colonel Ty, to see you, Admiral.
Enter.
Who the hell is that?
I don't know. He's alone, though.
You're up, really? Couldn't sleep, so I thought I'd make myself useful.
Oh, that was weird.
Yeah.
Happy anniversary, Bill.
Oh, okay.
Ex-wife?
Yeah.
Fracking daycare workers see more of Nikki than we do.
Yeah, well, until the daycare workers figure out how to strip a Viper, this is the way it's gonna be.
It's crazy they have a daycare on Battlestar, but they would have had to make one, right?
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
Would you please?
Thinking about the ex and his anniversary?
We had some good times.
Wow, he looks so young.
But more bad.
Oh, damn. That's not what you want to hear.
I mean, she's probably right.
But you keep bringing me back anyway. Just this one day. Year after year. Only thing I can't understand is why.
What is this?
Is she in his imagination?
Yeah.
Yeah, because she was like, you only bring me back once a year.
It's going to be a long day.
It always is.
We don't know whether she didn't make it off of Caprica or she's not been around for a lot longer than that.
I'm assuming she didn't make it off Caprica, and I'm assuming she was not there for a while because she got remarried again. Remember what Apollo said?
First time he didn't cry when I dropped him off at daycare.
Yay, he's grown up.
You didn't even cry?
Cal, I told you, Nikki is fine.
Is this really going to be a
Anyone
day in the
who
life?
dragged
Like
tool
just
bag down
a
here
normal
decapitated.
day's job?
Yeah, well, it had to be somebody.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, looks like it. I'm hoping nothing goes wrong here though, because they're in an airlock. Just like-
True.
you always think.
Keep trying to pretend like nothing's changed, that our lives are exactly like they were before we went to New Caprica, but it is different. We're married. We have a son.
Yeah, it's just a little rough patch.
He did say
Sounds like
that.
they're exhausted.
Yeah.
We swore we were gonna raise Nikki ourselves, remember?
Yeah, well, we swore a lot of things.
Should you be listening in? So that thing you said about the airlock.
Something.
The hell?
Yeah.
Picking up a pressure differential in there.
Oh no.
You guys are definitely losing air.
How?
This doesn't sound like a day in the life.
No.
Leak, all the inner doors are designed to drop automatically. It's just a safety precaution.
So basically, one of the plates that they put on.
It's leaking, right? There's
Yeah,
a
one
leak.
of the plates is leaking. Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as we plug it, restore the pressure, door should open.
Yeah, simples, but where do you start looking? There we go.
Right here, this one.
But do you have the tools to repair it?
Surely. Oh my god, that looks like a lot is leaking.
Maybe she's got a thing for bad boys. She wouldn't be the first.
She's the president of 12 colonies.
Since you've created one godlike facade for yourself, why not invent another one for her?
It's
Damn.
weird because this is almost like Head 6, but in an actual memory, not there.
Yeah. It's just a voice in his head. It's not like
Yeah.
that though. Yeah. I know what you're saying.
We have to give him a trial, but under what law? Caprican, Pican, Torah? Do we give him a jury trial? Do we set up a tribunal?
I'd say set up a tribunal, yeah.
When you bring lawyers into this, they're gonna drag you around for months.
Wasn't your father an attorney on Caprica?
This is exactly the thing Zarek is talking about. There's so
Yeah,
much shit to
that's
get
why
through.
he-
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why he
set up an organizing committee.
basically said,
But
"Don't do it."
frankly, trying to get a room full of legal scholars to stay on task is like herding cats. Somebody who can make a hard decision and who won't get seduced and bogged down by all the legalese.
Did you have a candidate?
As a matter of fact, I do. I was thinking Lee.
Not bad.
We can use the lawyers to parse the law, but we really need people who actually know the difference between right and wrong. Thus Lee.
I'll talk to him.
Good.
Gotta choose the Boy Scout.
Interesting. Yeah.
I'm going to go to the gym.
Prepare yourself. On its best day, it smells like the inside of a shoe.
Is that a little bit of a flirt?
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
That little
They've been flirting for ages.
giggly laugh she did at the end.
Yeah.
The husband who wasn't there, the father who left. Just Bill.
Damn.
Who is Bill Adama anyway? Still a good question.
Basically just too busy for her, because obviously he's in the fleet.
Military. Yeah.
Before we get started, I want a show of hands. How many of you boneheads know how to count?
Look how everyone slowly put their hands up.
Because I keep hearing numbers being thrown around the hangar deck. 47. Then 48. Now, 49 days since our last enemy contact. 1 is the only number you need to remember. Because all it takes is for one pilot to let his guard down.
Fair play. Keep him alert.
He's coming into his own, especially in the last few months.
Don't tell me. Tell him
He knows.
that the Admiral's going to give him a good performance review,
That his dad loves
or
him.
that his father loves him.
Yeah.
She's looking for someone to take charge of the preliminaries, help cobble together the legal framework,
That's you.
to assign you.
You're kidding.
Congratulations.
Mm-hmm.
Did you say why she asked for me?
Well, she's gonna need someone she can trust. You definitely fit that.
And to use other words.
Remember when you were younger, you go visit your grandfather at his house, and you're fascinated with his papers and his law books.
For 5 minutes there, I really did consider lawyer as one of a dozen careers that I could go into before I joined the service.
Then he's perfect for this.
Even if I wanted to help out, there's no way. CAG's duty's already 24/7, even on a light week.
Can't you make someone else the CAG then?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Celix,
Check the pressure. If that patch holds, we're gonna equalize in a few minutes. This door's gonna open.
Is that going to be enough? Nope.
Is that opening? Shit, it actually ripped a hole through it.
The league that size, they'll be out of there in half an hour, maybe less.
Oh,
bloody hell!
It would take at least an hour to cut through them.
I'd only put explosives in the observation.
An hour to cut through the door, but they have less than half an hour.
Anything strong enough to take out the glass will take out Tyrrell and Callie at the same time.
I need a rescue plan, not excuses.
I mean, he's giving you all the options that are available and ticking them off. Or crossing them out, I should say. They must be freezing.
I was thinking about that because there's like ice on his jacket. It must be. It's just getting bigger and bigger.
We're kind of running out of options.
Surely there's some more. What? Blow it open?
do that, though?
Blow it open? Tell him to hold on to something.
Rig up some kind of docking collar?
Yeah.
We'll be out of air in a few minutes. There's no time for calling.
Jesus.
In front of the airlock.
It's gonna do some damage to them.
Right off of that door, and when it opens up, you're gonna have to jump for it.
You're gonna have to jump for it?
Galen, we both know what happens to kids on the fleet when their parents aren't there for them.
That's so sad. Her first thought is her baby.
Mother's name is Susan Deckler. She has a little girl. If anything happens to us,
I'll see to it.
Damn.
I wanted you with me. Like old times.
They need a vacation with their baby.
Make sure Cottle's got his hyperbaric chamber ready.
Hyperbaric chamber.
It's like a tube. You go in there and you repressurize.
Nice.
I think that's what it is.
Well, you convinced me.
Ready to execute.
Chief, Kelly.
Raptor's in position. We gotta go now.
Oh, they're not blowing the door open. They're going to blow it from the inside out. They're going to open that door. Like, I thought they were going to blow it actually open. But
That's what I thought.
Do it.
damn.
Whoa, watch out, Frank Ray!
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Damn.
Pull up your nose!
Catch him, catch him, catch him, catch him, catch him!
Right there!
Oh my
damn.
god!
Oh, shit.
That's a rough
I
landing.
knocked someone out.
We gotta get him to sickbay right away.
That was a few seconds. That was a few seconds.
But the speed at which they came out as well. Injure yourself.
It's like a bullet.
They're alive, but Doc Cottle's still evaluating their condition.
Fingers crossed.
It's a bad time for all of us.
Well, they gave you and your brother home stability.
Dad, I know you want to believe that, but you know what? Forget it. It was a long time.
No. Let's hear it.
My God, you knew what Mom was like. I mean, the mood swings. It's why you left her.
And we had problems, but
Oh, he left her.
Hmm.
Don't listen to him, Bill.
And she would try and apologize. She would promise that she would make things better.
Oh, wow.
And then she would just start
Damn,
drinking.
so she would just drink and...
Look at how this image is changing, though, of her from how he thought of her in the beginning.
Yeah.
One day, finally, the apologies even stopped.
it's enough.
You walked out on me. You walked out on me!
Damn.
Yeah, it's gone like all dark, isn't it?
They needed you. They were our children.
He's going to say, I needed you.
They needed a father.
Hmm.
we were wrong for each other from day one, but you just couldn't accept that.
Oh, shit.
That's it.
Day one?
Because
It's amazing he stayed with her for that long.
that mistake, it would just call into question all of your other decisions.
Oh, come on. You can't think of it like that.
She was still your mother, Lee. I loved her.
I just don't think she ever loved you.
Shit.
Oh. It's a hard hitter.
I dropped by daycare. Saw
somebody wanted to see you.
Okay, he doesn't look too bad, Chief.
He's not in the chamber, so I'm assuming he's fine.
Okay.
Go.
Well, hopefully soon.
No matter what, I don't know how we will manage, but we will take care of Nick. Okay? I love you.
Adama, man, give him a vacation.
Well, technically, this is kind of like a bit of R&R for
This should not count as R&R. This is not R&R. This is just...
It's a break.
It's trying not to die. That's what it bloody is. Oh, it's the law
his
books.
grandfather's books.
Yeah. That's really sweet, man.
Why is he giving them to you now?
Because he wants him to go on the committee.
For that day when we all have the time.
That's sweet, man.
That's cool.
You ever think about the times much on New Caprica?
Yes, I do.
You were wearing a really bright red dress. Said you wanted to build a cabin.
And you were getting high.
Yeah.
Was that the same part? Was it getting high on that date as well?
Yeah.
I will be back in a few days, and if you'd like, we can talk more about that night.
Yeah, there we go.
That's your way in.
I'd like that. I'd like that. Say, I like that.
Bill? The answer's yes. I absolutely would have built the cabin.
And you can come live with me.
Go ahead. Put it away, like you have after every anniversary.
Damn, this feels like torment now.
It's evil, isn't it? Yeah.
See you next year.
That is mad. But I suppose he's only got her memory. She's not alive anymore, right?
True. And that's the end of the episode. Thoughts?
It's weird because with Adama and Roslyn, they probably only could have been together on New Caprica because she wasn't president and he wasn't the admiral of it. Well, he was the admiral, but she wasn't president. And now if they get together, it's kind of a weird confliction of responsibilities from a hierarchy perspective, no?
In what way would it conflict?
Well, he's like the highest ranking military officer there, and then you've got the president. Kind of. I mean, I'm surprised. I don't know. It doesn't feel like it would be. I'm sure people would sit there and be like, well, I don't know. But the thing is, he's not the type of character to let it get to him. So if he disagrees with her, he'll tell her something.
Is that what you mean? You mean there'll be like people will view it as in certain decision making.
Yeah,
certain decisions
like,
there'll be favoritism.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Maybe Adama knows that, and that's why he's not. I don't know.
I don't think he's doing it. I don't think he's thinking of that. I just think he's thinking about responsibilities, and he just doesn't have the time to do that. Just the same way he didn't probably have time to be back home with his wife, but that was weird. That bit, like, because when we started the episode, she was lovely,
nice
in his mind, and it took Lee to remind him of what his wife was like and that fact that he left her because of the way she was, and then we see the memory of her in his mind sort of twist to what she really was like. It's it was clever.
It's interesting because the way they did that was clever, but his wife just seems like Sol and Ellen mixed into one person, and that's who his wife was. It's probably why he gets along with Sol really well, because he probably
it's weird.
But the way they turned it was interesting because it's his history, it's his memory of her, and he doesn't want to.
It's almost like, and rather than it's like a coping mechanism he has.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's his version of dealing. He hasn't let go.
No.
And from the way they made it sound is that he doesn't want to let go because he knows he made a mistake. Well, he knows that he made a mistake.
See, that bit I found really like this is a bad call from him. That fact that if he thinks that they were bad from each other from day one, which Lee said, and might well be true, if that was a bad decision, then it calls into question every other decision he makes. I think that's bullshit. One decision shouldn't factor into every other decision you make. It shouldn't be the. Do you know what I mean?
I suppose it's how you are as a person. Like if you are one person that weighs in on everything, if you basically say, well, okay, that was the start of that one bad decision, or maybe not every single decision you made, but that one bad decision, you've got to think of how it affected obviously Lee, Zach, the whole family. Like I said, in Adama's mind, he was like, oh, but yeah, but you had a roof over your head, and Lee was like, it was a shithole. Yeah, we had that, but we were dealing with like a raging alcoholic or what. She
Possibly
obviously had
bipolar
issues.
or something. Yeah.
Yeah, or she's dealing with her own trauma of what does she have to do for Adama, and Adama's never there. So there's loads of ways behind it, but yeah, I suppose it's how his kids have turned out, or kid.
It's weird. It's weird because it was really unique and it was amazing. I said it was amazing whilst we were watching it because it was almost like a coping mechanism. But there are certain parts where she almost acted like a conscience as well at the same time. Like
that's what I mean.
When there was a point when they were talking about Lee and she was like, have you told Lee that?
Yeah.
You know that
You
love him as a father kind of thing, and it was weird. It was a weird. I couldn't make heads or tails of what she was exactly. Memory, coping mechanism, conscience, maybe all bundled into one, only for that one day of the year.
Yeah,
it's just.
I mean, you've got to be fair. You've got to be strong not to let your mind wander, as anyone would. If you only remember something one day of the year. And, you know, whether it's torture, whether it's whatever it is, he's still giving that person time.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's like, it could equally explain why he's never let Rosalind in. They get along. They share their similarities and the things that they like. They share that together. But it's a very sophisticated relationship. Well, not relationship. It's a very sophisticated friendship where they're able to share certain things together, but not take it past a certain point.
I don't know, man. It's not sophisticated. It feels like they're on the borderline of flirting, and one of them just ends up pulling away at the last second. Ain't fucking sophisticated at all. It's just like, okay, just go past that step now. You're almost there. One of you. Rosalind was giggling like a schoolgirl in the beginning of the damn episode. I was like, take that as a hint, bro. And at the end, I'll be back in a few days, and then walks away. All right, bro, to take the next step.
But again, maybe that's what he's holding on to, is that because he did what he did, he feels maybe I shouldn't actually then be in another relationship. Because
fair enough.
You know,
okay, we spent too long on those two. Callie and Chief and a day in the life.
They just needed to be fair. They looked exhausted, absolutely exhausted. To the point where, although something bad has happened, it means they can rest and have a good night's sleep. But I think I always find it weird in TV shows and movies. It's like something really bad has to happen before you can actually sit there. Like, you're gonna die, you're gonna be thrown out of an airlock, and it's like, we should have done this together. And it's like,
Callie,
you could have just spoken to each other.
Callie mentioned something in the beginning, like something's changed between us. We are now married and have a kid. It's not the same as before. We should be closer. Maybe closer is the wrong word. Or and Adama sort of looked at it at the end. Do you think he sort of saw a similarity or a connection?
Younger version. Yeah, I was going to say maybe it's like he can see. Obviously, Chief's working a lot. Callie's working a lot, so they may never really be in the same room as each other. So he's probably thinking, well, I had that. He's looking at his younger self and comparing it and being like, well, shit, I was never there.
Well, we didn't see it, but hopefully he gave them, off the back of that, he gave them a vacation. I mean, we can talk about the Gaius trial thing and choosing Apollo, but he didn't take the job anyway. So what's the point?
I think that is a bigger story that is going to come, because the fact that they're talking about it now and they're sprinkling it in means that it will be the focus going forward. But it's it's a shit show, and that's what Zarek was on about. It's like, we've got nothing. You haven't got a core. What kind of trial do you give him? I found it
weird that they still didn't have anything set up, and they're relying on individual, especially when it comes to trialing someone on Galactica. which is like
they have a committee, but that's a military committee. It's very different to because they did remember when they accused Chief of being a silent because so that was a military committee, but it wasn't. I'm sure they have stuff.
It doesn't seem like they do.
It's probably.
Otherwise, she wouldn't have said, "Oh, who should we use? Gemini law or Sagittarian law or whatever the hell she came up with." Like, there should be some sort of independent tribunal set up that kind of takes everything into account. Kind of.
But surely did they dissolve the quorum of the 12? They did, didn't they? That's no longer a thing.
I can't remember.
I can't remember that. I remember them having it and then they didn't have it or they whatever. But surely from there you would.
Maybe they didn't have it once they went on New Caprica. Maybe. I
think so. That's what I was thinking. I think it did get dismantled at some point, which meant that they probably couldn't. Everyone was just okay. You do your law. The thing is, with guys, he is playing like that's what Zarek's saying. He'd play into that there is no on one planet I'll be a criminal, on the other planet.
I still don't agree with Zarek's whole thing that he did with the thing the team that he set up, but I do understand the lengthy time span it'll takes to try someone essentially. But yeah, good episode. I didn't think it'd be a good episode with a day in the life. I thought it'd be boring and mundane. We'd just follow them doing their normal day-to-day stuff with no attacks or nothing. But it's actually quite entertaining. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. What did you think of the episode and our reaction to it? But other than that, please like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell, and we'll see you in the next one. See ya.